This is Illinois State Senator Tom Bennett with an update on Monday, April 8th. Last week I informed you about the two members of Governor J.B. Pritzker's Prisoner Review Board, PRB, that resigned after a man, one day after being released by the board, killed an 11-year-old boy and critically wounded the boy's pregnant mother. In response, the Illinois Senate Republican Caucus has introduced reforms aimed at prioritizing victims, depoliticizing the appointment process, and ensuring accountability for decisions made by the board. At a news conference on April 2nd, we unveiled legislation aimed at reforming the PRB. The proposed reforms include putting victims first, putting experience ahead of politics, and increasing transparency and holding PRB accountable. We also introduced new legislation to increase penalties for violating orders of protection, aiming to provide greater protection for victims of domestic violence. I think this legislation is a first step in the larger process of reforming how the Prisoner Review Board operates. In other news, according to Illinois Association of Regional Superintendents of Schools, over 90% of schools in Illinois are struggling with a severe shortage of teachers. Retired teachers and substitutes are being used temporarily to fill empty teaching roles. Schools are also making classes bigger or combining them to cope with the shortage. But these are just quick fixes that could cause problems like less attention for students, more behavioral issues, and reduced learning. To address this issue, I co-sponsored new legislation aimed at easing the teacher shortage in addition to my legislation last year, Senate Bill 1468 and Senate Bill 1488. Senate Bill 1487 would streamline the process for allowing a professor at a college that recently closed to become a licensed teacher. Senate Bill 2265 creates a tax credit for participating teachers in the Teacher Recruitment and Retention Program. Senate Bill 3634 would lower the requirement to be eligible for a substitute teacher license from 90 credit hours to 75 credits in an educator preparation program and removes fees for retired educators attempting to get re-licensed. I believe these bills are solid steps toward addressing the growing teacher crisis, but more needs to be done to make the teaching profession accessible and appealing. For more news and to sign up for my newsletter, please visit senatortombennett.com and on social media at facebook.com/Senator Tom Bennett. I'm State Senator Tom Bennett, working full-time to represent you.